How's it going, everyone? We're going to install the Sparco Grid-Qs in the R32 sedan Skyline. We have the planted seat brackets that mount up to the stock location of the factory seats. We have the Sparco side rails that will mount up to the actual seat itself. And hopefully we'll be able to run the sliders as well. That'll allow easier to get in and out with it being a bucket seat. First plan of attack is we're going to take the side brackets and mount them up to the seat. Once we do that, then we will take the sliders and figure out exactly where they need to mount on the bottom of that, and then mount it to the planted seat. Then we'll install it, make sure it fits, make sure everything works, and then once that's done, then we'll pull it out and then we'll tighten everything down. Hopefully everything goes to plan. We don't have to do any drilling or anything like that. So let's get to it. These are pretty easy to install. All you need to do is line up how you want to do it. I'm going to try to have it tilting back as far as I can by using the top hole on the front side and the second from the bottom on the back side. Don't want too much, but I just want to make sure that it clears the B pillar, as these have wide bolsters and they kind of will rub up on it. So first thing we'll do is we'll just snug all this, flip it to the other side, do the same. Grab hardware. Next part, sliders. I went ahead and rotated the view, that way we have better lighting and everything. So the thing about the sliders is we want to make sure that the triggers, whenever you pull up on the actual lever that's going to connect to both of them, it also needs to be on the inside, that way this can slide on to both sides and lock in. So obviously this one's going to have to be on this side, and then this one, once I rotate it over with it triggering just like so. We're gonna go ahead and mount this probably about right there, I'm guessing. We'll do it on the inside, that way we have plenty of room to make it slide, and then goes for the other side. For that, we're gonna use just the hardware that came with Sparco stuff, which is just gonna be one of these, a nut and a washer. We're gonna have the bolt actually go through here, and then the washer and nut will be on the inside. That way we can get a wrench on it easily. Now that we have them kind of snug, what we want to do is line up the rails. So we'll just do this easily and lock it just like that. Do the same thing for the bottom one. That way we know the rails are even. We're going to go ahead and slide this on and figure out how we want it. Depending on the seat rails, these could be a little bit bent in one direction, so you got to make sure that whenever it's actually on, that it's not going to hit the chair or underneath. On this, we got plenty of room, so we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and just use a rubber mallet because they have little pins here that will lock them into place. So we're just going to take the rubber mallet and tap on it till they see all the way down. And then we can test it, by sliding them in and out. Just make sure that while it's not bolted anything, you lock it right back into place. You just want to make sure that everything's smooth and there's no binding. Now that we have the sliders on there, we're going to go ahead and snug these up a lot tighter before we get it in the car. Snug those up. Now what we're going to do is put on the planted seat bracket. Need to make sure obviously that we line it up correctly with how it's supposed to be towards the front, which is just like so. And then we're going to find the holes that we can actually properly mount it on. Same way we mount this is using the same type of hardware as before. So one bolt, one washer, one nut. Alright, time to install in the car. Alright, now we're going to put the seat in the car. Go ahead and just disconnect the steering wheel. That'll give us a lot extra room. So, if you have a factory steering wheel, obviously removing it would probably help, but it's probably not necessary. Got it fairly lined up. Just got to make sure to put it on the nut in the back, and then we can try to bolt it in. Now that I have the seat completely bolted in, it's time to hop in, kind of see how it feels, figure out what I like, what I don't like. Like I said, it is going to hit right here on the B-pillar if I scoot up too far, or it'll twist it whenever it does lean up on it. Hopefully that'll be fine. So we'll hop in right here. Grab the steering wheel. Lock it in place. Get a feel of how I like to be in here. So now that we have the seat installed, time to hop in, see how it feels. So grab the steering wheel, throw it in place, move the chair about where I want it for foot pedals, everything like that. Feels nice. We'll know in a couple months whenever I actually get everything finished and I can drive the car, come back and give a real test view. Hope you all liked the video. If you want to see more, like, subscribe.